Lakers Report, I'm going to be talking trade and potential roster addition rumors surrounding the Lakers. But first, I want to hear your predictions on the rest of the season. How many regular season wins will the Lakers have this year? Comment down below. Currently, we are at 15-2, but get ready because we have an exciting show for you guys. Lakers Report by Chat Sports starts right now.
Dump, it was all a dream. Related to killers and dope fiends. Cousin was moving at 14. White things but no porcelain. How could they sleep on this poor thing? What I foreseen was a short thing.
What's up, Laker fam? I'm Hannah Kulik, aka Lakerhan, and you are watching Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. We have a very exciting show for you guys today. We are going to be discussing the latest Laker breaking rumors and news. We got some trade talks and much more, so let's just hop right into it. But before we do, want to make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are subscribed and joined to the Lakers Report family. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers, and I would love to be at 10,000 subscribers by the end of November, so please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. But let's get into it. Let's first start off with 4 potential trade rumors. Now, before I get into these trade rumors, I do want to reiterate that this is not us reporting these trades. We are purely just talking about rumors, players that are rumored to maybe potentially be involved with the Lakers and in apparent trade talks. But of course, these are all just purely rumors. So here are 4 possible trade rumors and signing targets for the Lakers. The first player that we are going to be discussing here is Davis Bertans. Now, he is a small forward who plays for the Washington Wizards. On the season right now, he is currently averaging 13.1 points. He's shooting 46% from the floor, 44% from 3. So he's a good 3-point shooter. So he could be a good addition to this team because he's a good shooter. As right now, the Lakers have been struggling a little bit from their 3-point shots and just from shooting in general. Their offense does have some stretches where it has been a little stagnant, and that has been one of the Lakers' weakest parts this season is their offense. So having a guy like Davis Bertans could definitely help, of course, add some more potential scoring and help on offense. Now, he is also a small forward, which, as we all know, is a position that the Lakers could use an extra addition to. So Davis Bertans is a possibility to join the purple and gold. Now, if we were to trade for him, it would cost us KCP, multiple second-round draft picks, and then ultimately a first-round draft pick. But that would be for years down the line because, as we all know, the Lakers do not have a first-round pick for a long time. But if we are going to make this trade happen, go and pursue Davis Bertans like this rumor is saying, then that is what it is going to cost us. But let's move on. Let's talk about the third player here is Ryan Anderson. Now, Ryan Anderson is actually a free agent right now because he was cut by the Houston Rockets. He's a guy who has been notoriously known for being that 3-point shooter. So like I discussed a little bit earlier with Davis Bertans, you know, the Lakers really could use another 3-point shooter, especially if guys like Quinn Cook, Troy Daniels aren't going to step up, if Kuz isn't going to consistently be able to be more aggressive offensively and be able to knock down that 3-point shot, then the Lakers may have to look out and get another 3-point shooter. Now, on his career average, he has averaged 38% from 3, which is pretty good. He can play both the forward position and the center position, so he can kind of be that stretch 5 for us if AD doesn't want to play center, or if JaVale McGee isn't working, or if we end up having to trade JaVale, or of course if Dwight Howard isn't, you know, playing well, or something happens with injuries, he would provide us a little bit of a safety net there, being that kind of guy who could also play center and really stretch the floor for us. So Ryan Anderson could be a nice possibility, especially from the offensive end. Now, moving on to the other player today, this is a guy that a lot of you guys have asked me about. We have Jamal Crawford. Now, I know Jamal Crawford has been obviously known throughout his entire career being a great knockdown scorer, a guy who can get extremely hot, and when he is hot from the field, he just never misses. So I know a lot of you guys are interested in Jamal Crawford, especially because he is a free agent. He has not yet been signed to a team, but something about Jamal that we do have to kind of pay a little bit of attention to is he is older. I think he's about 38 years old, so he is kind of older. He's a little bit older to be joining this team, but of course he would bring that veteran leadership. And again, if the Lakers are looking for a guy who purely can just come off the bench, provide some scoring, obviously Jamal Crawford is that guy. Now, the Lakers going and pursuing Crawford, in my opinion, would just mean that they've completely kind of given up on Quinn Cook, Troy Daniels. Maybe they're even, disappointed in Kyle Kuzma. They don't feel that Kuz could really be that third scoring option for them because Jamal Crawford is another guard. And the Lakers right now are very guard heavy. We have a lot of guards already on this roster. So another guard is not necessarily a position that the Lakers need to look to get unless, of course, they just feel very strongly that Quinn Cook, Troy Daniels, are just not going to be able to be consistent guys that they can rely on night in, night out, which would of course be very disappointing. But so far, those two guys have yet to really prove that they can be consistent scorers off the bench. But Jamal Crawford, I know, has been in a lot of talks about potentially joining the Lakers. I know he's a guy a lot of you guys have really wanted. So if Jamal Crawford is a Laker, then I would be happy with it. Of course, he is a great scorer. He's really kind of a streaky shooter, but when he is hot, he is hot. But let's move on and let's talk about the number one guy who has been rumored to apparently come and be a Laker. I think you guys already know where I'm going with this, but we have Andre Iguodala. Now, obviously, everyone wants Andre Iguodala to be a Laker. Even Andre Iguodala wants to be a Laker. That's where he really wants to come and play, but ultimately Memphis is definitely not making it easy. Now, Memphis could just buy him out. Then, of course, he would become a free agent and he'd be free to sign with the Lakers, but Memphis has made it clear that they do not want to buy him out. They would instead want to trade him, hopefully for that first round pick, which of course, like I mentioned earlier on in this video, is not something that the Lakers are able to do because the Lakers do not have a first round draft pick available. So if they were to get Andre Iguodala right now, it would have to be through a trade and it would have to cost them something other than a first round pick, and I'm not necessarily sure if Memphis is interested. But of course, I know we all want Iggy to be a Laker. Every single day we just keep checking Twitter. We're constantly checking to see if Memphis has decided to miraculously just buy him out so he can finally make his way over to the purple and gold, because I think ultimately he will be a Laker. And obviously he's a guy that would have an immediate impact with this team. He's a small forward, which is obviously a position the Lakers need to kind of add to. He's a great wing defender. He has that championship experience back with Golden State. He's a great defender overall. He's a clutch shooter, so he would provide us with some scoring. Iggy is honestly the perfect fit in my opinion. I think we can all agree. So it's just going to be a matter of time if Memphis decides to buy him out or not. But we're going to just have to kind of wait and see how this all plays out. The trade deadline is going to be February 3rd. So let's just kind of wait and see. But until then, we are just going to have to kind of wait and see how this all plays out. Now, before we move on though and talk AD going back to New Orleans, I want to announce that we are having an early Black Friday sale this week on all of our Lakers gear. So this is actually an awesome sale right now that we have on, so you can definitely get a jump start on your holiday shopping. We have a ton of Lakers gear available. We have Laker jerseys, LeBron jerseys, Kuz jerseys, AD jerseys, all ranging from about 25% off to 65% off. So all of the links to all of those items and all of the sales is down below in the description box here, so definitely make sure to check it out. Awesome deals, and you can get a jump start on your holiday season. But let's move on and let's talk Anthony Davis, because the Lakers are playing the New Orleans Pelicans Wednesday night, and this is going to be the first time AD is returning back to New Orleans since, of course, being traded to the Lakers this summer. This was obviously the blockbuster trade of the summer when the Lakers acquired Anthony Davis from New Orleans, and they sent essentially their entire young core and Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball over to New Orleans. Now, those young guys have really flourished, especially Brandon Ingram. He got off to that awesome start before kind of suffering from injuries, and all of those guys, of course, have had some injury-plagued seasons to start, but when they have been playing, they have been playing very well. So this game is definitely a highly anticipated game. I know when the opening schedule first appeared, this was a game that I kind of highlighted. I'm very excited to be able to watch the members of the young core, because I think us Laker fans can all, be a little bit partial to them. We're all rooting for them, so we all want to kind of watch this game. And then, of course, Anthony Davis, first time returning back to New Orleans. So I think this is definitely going to be a very exciting game. Both teams are going to be playing at their best. I know the Lakers are going to want to rally against AD and try to get this win for him. And then, of course, I know the New Orleans Pelicans team is going to want to rally against their new young players and try to get this win for them as well. So I am thinking this is definitely going to be a very good game. I have a feeling Anthony Davis is going to go crazy in this game. I'm predicting him to have one of his best games this season. I'm just going to go out and say he's going to have at least 30 points, get about 12 rebounds, potentially though even more. So how many points though do you guys think AD is going to have in this New Orleans Pelicans return? Because personally, like I just said, I think he's gonna ball out, have probably one of his best games of the season. But comment down below, let me know how many points you think AD is going to get in this Pelicans, and then let me know also which former member of the Lakers young core you think is going to have the best game. Think it's going to be Brandon Ingram, but just comment down below and let me know what you guys have to say, because I would love to hear what you guys have to say on this. But let's move on and let's talk about Carmelo Anthony not joining the Lakers and what the real reasoning behind that was, because obviously Melo was heavily linked to the Lakers the last year or so, and a lot of people really thought he was going to be on this Lakers squad. They said, you know what, he's really good friends with LeBron James. It seems like he would provide a lot of scoring off the bench. He seems like kind of an obvious choice for the Lakers to pursue. So why did they never really seriously pursue him? Was it that LeBron James didn't really want to play with him? What was going on? Now, Colin Cowherd actually caused a little bit of controversy because he said, listen, if LeBron James wanted the Lakers to go out and sign Carmelo Anthony, they would have gone out and signed Carmelo Anthony, because obviously whatever LeBron James gets, LeBron James wants. So if he wanted Melo, Melo would have been a Laker. So a lot of people were saying maybe LeBron and Carmelo Anthony are not as good of friends as they were leading to believe, and maybe honestly LeBron didn't feel like Melo was going to be able to be a good enough player to play in the NBA. So this kind of caused a little bit of controversy, but LeBron of course shut down all of these rumors. Apparently had given the Lakers his full blessing to go out and pursue Melo. They just didn't feel like it was the best fit for this team, and obviously think that's worked out well for both parties. Melo is now on the Portland Trail Blazers. He is back in the NBA. And of course, the Lakers are off to that extremely hot start with the best record in the NBA at 15-2. So who knows how that would have played out if Melo would have joined the Lakers. Obviously, fitting a guy of Melo's magnitude, it was something that would have been a little bit of a struggle for us, even though he is a guy who could have provided a lot of scoring off the bench. He is someone who is a little bit of a ball hawk. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And used to being a guy who is the top guy on the team. So it would have maybe caused a little bit of a chemistry imbalance there. And who knows if it would have really worked out. But all in all, the Lakers are having a great season. No complaints there. So I think they made the right choice in not pursuing Carmelo. And of course, Melo is now back in the NBA on a team. So obviously we all wish him the best. But I think at the end of the day, this was ultimately the best decision for the Lakers in not signing Carmelo Anthony. Now, our last rumor that we have to talk about today is actually something that was tweeted out by @NBA Rumors, and that is that the Lakers could actually be looking to cut or waive Quinn Cook in December to free up a roster space for either a veteran like Jamal Crawford or Andre Iguodala. Now, this would be pretty shocking in my opinion if the Lakers cut Quinn Cook, because obviously when they signed him, everyone was really excited. He was, you know, Steph's kind of backup in Golden State, but he really was that knockdown three-point shooter, and a lot of people thought he was going to be able to have a big role with this team, but so far it just really hasn't started off like that. He has gotten off to a pretty rocky start this season. He's only been playing about 14 minutes per game, 5 points, and actually lately he has fallen out of the rotation as the Lakers coaching staff has been giving his minutes to Troy Daniels, who so far has actually been playing pretty well. But Quinn Cook has definitely been struggling a lot from the floor, not been that consistent three-point shooter that we were hoping he's been. He's not been a great ball handler. He's been having a lot of turnovers. He's been kind of playing a little bit sloppy and not really looking like the guy who was kind of that reliable backup in Golden State behind Steph Curry. So this has definitely been very disappointing. I've been disappointed in Quinn Cook, but I am not yet jumping the gun and thinking that the Lakers should cut him or waive him. But of course, this is a rumor, and if the Lakers do want to pursue a guy like Andre Iguodala or Jamal Crawford by the trade deadline, then they are going to have to cut or waive someone or trade someone, and it looks like Quinn Cook may just be the guy. Obviously, the Lakers have a lot of guards, so like I was mentioning and everyone was talking about going into this season, that kind of fight for that guard spot and who was going to find himself in the rotation was one of the biggest storylines going into this season. And as of right now, it looks like Quinn Cook may be on the outside looking in. But of course, it is still early on in the season, and maybe in this next game against the Pelicans, maybe Quinn Cook will get some more minutes, make the most out of it. I am rooting for him. He seems like a very sweet guy. I know he was very excited to be a Laker, so I am wishing him the best. But of course, if he does not become a more consistent scorer when he does get the minutes and be able to contribute more to this team, he could definitely find himself being traded or of course waived by December if the Lakers want to pursue Andre Iguodala or Jamal Crawford, according of course to NBA rumors. Now, if the Lakers were going to pursue Jamal Crawford or Andre Iguodala, who would you prefer them to go out and sign? I think I already know where you guys are going with this, but if you would rather them go out and sign Jamal Crawford, type J down below, or Andre Iguodala, type A down below. I personally think that I would rather have Iggy because he could provide not only that championship experience and that veteran leadership, but also that great defense in that wing position. He's also another small forward, which is a position that the Lakers really need. So all in all, both of those guys could potentially be a Laker, but it is going to cost them one of the players, and unfortunately it is looking like maybe Quinn Cook is that guy the Lakers may be willing to part with. But that is going to be it for today's episode, catching you guys up on all of the latest Lakers rumors and breaking news stories. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to remind you guys again to check out the links down below. Check out our holiday sale because we have awesome deals, such great discounts on so many Lakers gear, so definitely get a head start on your holiday shopping. Check out those links that are down below in the description. Thank you guys again for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a double thumbs up. Subscribe here on Chat Sports. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll have all of that down below as well. And until next time, Laker Han is out. Bye guys!